Final question, gentlemen, before closing statements. If you are not elected president in November, would you continue to advance your ideas and help to build the Reform Party? And if so, how? Mr. Chlapowski.
If I'm not elected president, I will continue to build the Reform Party looking at 2014 and 2016. I look at the House of Representatives position in our county and being the county organizer. I look at running for that office to give visibility to myself and the party. And come 2016, I will be selling the same ideas and hoping the country has survived, because I see us in a time of crisis and we need a solution.
Mr. Cross.
After the election, I would continue to be involved with the Reform Party. I would focus, instead of as much on the national effort, to a state effort, state and local effort, and work toward getting ballot access, whatever signatures, things like that. And I would attend the national convention as the years progress. Realistically, after this initiative, I'm 63 years old and not likely to run as a candidate for the nomination in the future, but I'll put in effort to the party as others have.
Mr. Barnett.
I will definitely continue to work with the Reform Party if I was not elected. One of the things that I see is that, you know, this is not a party of a gimmick. You know, I'm going to roll back here to that last question that you had, because I do give the American public a lot of credit. I know what they're capable of. This country has stood through thick and thin and come through a lot of problems, but they only do it when they believe in themselves and when somebody else believes in them. We can't shortchange them. And I won't shortchange this party by saying that the only way we can get votes or get recognition is through a gimmick. We have real ideas, real solutions. That's what needs to be put out front and center. We need to talk to people. The internet, yes, it's a great means of reaching people. But if you're not interacting with people in the public, you're not going to have a platform. You're not going to have a base. You're just going to be a voice on the internet. And that's not what I'm standing for.
1 minute follow-up, Mr. Chlapowski.
Yeah, I don't see it, you know, to get someone's attention, if you put a mirror on your head and you have a flash when you walk by, people look that direction. So you need a difference to initially get their attention. So you do need a gimmick, a come on, like the salespeople do with their auto sales, you know, disc jockey there, whatever. And once you have them as a captive audience, then you do yourself. And so I think you need a groundbreaker in order to start the process. And so I don't see us as a party of gimmickry, but you need to get the initial involvement and do the icebreaker. I see that as icebreaker.
Mr. Cross.
We've said it enough, I don't need to elaborate. We need to break loose out of our groups and our little meetings and stuff like this, and we've got to get in front of the nation. And, you know, challenges come our way, fine. We have to get access to debates with the Republicans and the Democrats on stage so that we can challenge them. Where's their specifics? Where's their solutions? And we can challenge the approaches they set forth. That's the only way that we're going to have a significant impact from here to November, is to get out and get exposure.
Mr. Barnett.
Yep, I think, again, if we are not going to be real, if we're not going to hold solutions out front, and you know, that flash you're talking about catching people's eye, if you're wearing a mirror on your head or whatever it is, they're going to think you're an idiot. I want people to take us seriously. I don't want them to see that first impression of, okay, these guys were putting something out there that just wanted to catch our attention. They're salesmen. I don't want to be a salesman. I want to be a solution provider. I want to show them that this party is actually a party of service, a party that is a movement, a party with real life. Again, not a gimmick.
It is time for closing statements. You have 2 minutes each. We will begin with Mr. Barnett.
Well, today you're hearing three passionate individuals. And my colleagues here are great men, great Americans, and I think that they really want what's best for this country. I think that this debate shows that you can have a debate without dirtying people up, without dirty politics, but really talking about solutions to real problems that we have in America. I would be proud to support any candidate at this table. However, I believe that the solutions that I'm providing are bar none the best. And that's because we've done the studies, done the work, crunched the numbers, and I think that we are here providing solutions that are going to get us out of the problems that we have right now. I can't say we can solve every problem. That would be a fool's promise. But what I will say is that we're going to work, I'm going to work on behalf of the American people. I'm going to work on behalf of the Reform Party and grow this party as a movement. I'm going to grow this country economically. I'm going to get us out of the social misleadings that we have. And I'm going to get us out of the world police business. I'm going to bring us back home. I'm going to secure these borders. I'm going to bring jobs back. I'm going to get our children learning what they need to learn. I'm going to get people believing in this country again, trusting our government, trusting their leadership, believing in themselves, believing in America. That's what we need. That's what we need.
Mr. Cross.
Mr. Barnett's right in that anybody sitting at this table would be far better for the United States of America than Barack Obama or Mitt Romney. I agree with that totally. The reason I'm even here today myself is because the Democratic and Republican politicians in this country are leading our nation to ruin. I have developed specific, detailed plans that will strengthen our country for ourselves and our posterity. What we need to do is recognize that there are not only a serious problem, which we seem to see a lot of serious problems, there are dangerous problems ahead if we don't do something. We don't want to, as a surprise motion, get hit where investors stop investing and suddenly we only have 60% of the money from revenues to pay the bills that we've got obligated to pay. There's a big problem ahead, but I don't want to leave with that. I want to leave with a message of hope, because there is time. There is time, there is hope. We can take corrective action. Many people have read Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. At the end of it, Scrooge says to the spirit of the future, "Before I draw nearer to that stone, answer me this. Are these the shadows of things that must be or might be? Why show me all these things if there is no hope?" The idea is we're getting stuff out on the table that are problems. We have solutions. There is hope. But in order to move forward, we've got to have people understand and see and hear our problem solutions.
Mr. Chlapowski.
I'd like to say Mr. Barnett and Mr. Cross have excellent ideas, and again are patriots for our country and put themselves forward to try to challenge the system from such a point of weakness that we have at this point of time, and put yourselves before the people. And as I look at solutions for the country, I also see a huge crisis down the road if we do not provide out-of-the-box solutions. I see that our position realistically is going to be a minority position, but what we can bring, as the Founding Fathers intended, is more ideas to the table to provide solutions. And as we stand today, we have the polarized left and right of the country representing the country, and we have nothing but gridlock. And we have to serve as a lubricant to stop the log and move forward. a minority position, we could do this.
Thank you, gentlemen, for a dignified, distinguished, and enlightening debate that has enhanced the American political discourse. Once again, from the Pennsylvania Convention Center in Philadelphia, good afternoon.